Today I got something really nice. MJJC have sent me this Pro V3 snow foam cannon for me to test. I've also gotten a couple of adapters here because I want to do it with 2 pressure washers to show how it goes with a powerful one and a very sort of bottom end power washer, so that we can show just how great this is. So here we go. It says here, directions: fill the tank with 900 ml of water followed by 100 ml of snow foam shampoo and detergent. That will be for the MJJC version. What I'll do is I'll do a PIR test and do it according to the instructions for the snow foam that I've got, because I haven't got MJJC. Assemble the adapter tubes with snow foam lance body. Connect the body to the bottle and attach to your pressure washer. I shall do all that. Start to foam your vehicle in the shade, covering it from top to bottom and leaving it to dwell for about 3 minutes. Before the foam dries, rinse and foam off. Rinse the foam off. To protect your paint better, foam your vehicle again and then follow it up with a scrub using a wash mitt of 2 bucket car wash if necessary. Snow foam detergent is biodegradable and environmentally friendly. We recommend snow foaming on grass to avoid runoff into storm water drains. Okay. What's new? Shaving cream foam guarantee if you use it with an appropriate amount of quality shampoo and pressure washer. New bottle and groove with up to 1300 ml of volume inside, but easier to grab the bottle. New material applied. Stainless steel material is now more durable. Anti-leakage cap to prevent liquid leaks via the bottle cap. What you get with the MJJC, as always, fantastic operating instructions. Don't want to go all through these and bore you to death, but fantastic operating instructions. Everything's packaged really well. It's a really premium product, this is. So even the instructions is made from really high quality paper. Got all your bits here. Inspect the nozzle installed, and then step 2, your foam cannon, your adapter. Step 3, fill the bottle with your snow foam, etc. Just follow those instructions. Then it shows here how to replace the mesh filters. I'm going to do this, just show you how this all works, just in case, because sometimes the instructions, even though they are great, aren't the easiest to follow. They are with this one. I'm going to just put that down there so it can't blow away in the wind, and I'm going to empty the box. Got this fantastic, super bendy silicone tube, along with a stainless steel filter. You can see that. Nice stainless steel ball, gravity ball, so that it can pick up from any direction when you're holding it. And you get, along with this particular kit, you get a 1.35 orifice. You also get a 1.1 orifice. There's a 1.25 installed, and you get a spare set of filters. So we won't be needing the filters, but we will be needing these. I'm just going to show how to take this to pieces before we put it together. If we have a look at it though, this is really high quality plastic. I'm not a plastic person, so I don't know a lot about that. But that is made, when you get one and you feel it, you'll see exactly what I mean. It's a really high quality plastic. So is this bottle. It's nice and see-through as well. I love this grab feature. Hands go perfectly in there, so to have it with other ones, when the bottle's wet, you can't get hold of it to do it. The seal on that is fantastic. honestly, that is so secure, and it's not going to fall over either, not even without the fluid in. I didn't mention, you've got this screw thread here, which you can attach any bottle onto, so you can take the product direct from a bottle if you want to do that. Say filling this up and making up solutions, if you want to take it direct from a bottle, you can screw a bottle directly into those threads there. So we've got this main barrel here is made from stainless steel. Got MJJC etched into it. MJJC are the company founders' forenames. That's the initials of the forenames. Okay, you've got 2 breather holes here, one-way breathers. So when it's full of your water fluid, tip it upside down. It can breathe, so that when the fluid goes up this tube, it doesn't suck the bottle in. So it breathes in, but it doesn't breathe out. When you tip it upside down, it doesn't leak. Okay, I'll just show how this comes to pieces for servicing. Just pop that in there. And any sort of, you need it the right size to go in that hole. Don't need to hammer this. This is made fantastically well. And just slip that apart. It comes apart really easily because it's made so well. The parts fit together so well. That's why it comes apart so easily as that. The next thing I wanted to mention is this brass flute in here. I had a word with MJJC, and the reason this is stainless steel and this is brass is because this stops corrosion better than the brass. And it says the other reason for it is the brass, even though it's more expensive than the stainless steel, it's easier to machine, so it offers an higher precision finish, which is important. So it makes more stable foaming performance. So that's the reason why they use the brass inside there. I needed to find that out because I'd not heard why anybody else would find out. So it's not for cheapness, it's for a very good reason. It's so that it can be machined more precise. Okay, hope that helps. That's probably what makes this foam cannon work so well. It's a different, the degrees of angle are different on this to other ones that I've seen. Then you've got your brass orifices in there. The threads are cut fantastically well on here. They're nice and sharp. The adjustment knob on here, you can feel there's a rubber O-ring in there because you can feel it's not loose, and it just turns beautifully with a little tiny bit of resistance. Rubber O-rings on everything on this. Okay, next part, to get out your filters, you want something, I use this old, really battered up screwdriver, but it's the right length. You need it long enough to push your filters through, and it needs to be the right size to go through that hole. Put it in the middle there, slip it down, and your filters are on the table. And it's as simple as that. That's when you want to service it. So, filters pop back in the bottom there. There's plenty of room to put your finger in this and put them in. Put them in one at a time. One in the bottom, put your finger down. Seat it down to the bottom. Okay. Then you put the foam next. Very carefully put that down, make sure it's not bent. You should be able to feel it with your finger. I'm just going to check as well. Yep, that's all the way in. The next one, the next filter, drop it in. Just lines up. They're made so well, they just line up, they fit straight in. Pop that in. Don't cram them in. Don't forget it's got a sponge filter in the middle. You don't want to crush that filter. So just pop it in with your finger, just like that. That's enough. Okay. Pop that back together. And then you've got your locating pin here. what you need to do is to make sure you've got the hole here and all the other side, so that you're not trying to push it in the wrong way. It can go from one side to the other, but what I'm saying is don't try and push it in the hole like that. And don't go straight in with your fingers. As like I say, everything is made so well, you don't need to hammer, you don't need to bang anything. And that's in beautifully. It's in there just like that. Okay. I'm going to take out this orifice. This is a 1.25. Because for my pressure washer, I need the 1.35. I've got the Arbor P80 Evolution. And what I'm going to do is to test these orifices to see how accurate they are. Injector jet gauges here from cars are extremely accurate. So, to get the right side, that's the 1.1. Find a 1.1 jet, that's the 1.1. Keep calling them a jet, that's because of me doing racing bike engines in cars all my life. It would be a jet, but there's an orifice in a power washer. There's a 1.1, and as you can see, it fits perfectly. No slop, it fits perfectly. That's MJJC for you. So we look for the 1.25. That's the 1.25. Are we in on that? Yep. 1.25 jet orifice. Perfect again, look. It just turns and it's on. Absolutely perfect. The accuracy is phenomenal. Well, I won't be showing the 1.35. It doesn't have a 1.35 in it. Okay, so I'll drop the 1.35 orifice back into the unit. Just tighten it, just nip it. No need to crush it or anything. Right. It comes with standard, it comes with a quick fit adapter, 1/4 inch quick fit, along with 2 spare O-rings. Just slot straight onto there. Again, everything fits and screws together perfectly like it should. What I'm going to be using is the Arbor one. This is one that fits with the Arbor trigger. That's a Nilfisk one. So I'll put it together for the Arbor one. Okay, we're going to do a PIR test now. So I'm going to put the 1000, I've measured this and it is absolutely crack on. All of these measurements are exactly where they should be. So I'm going to fill that to the 1000 mark. It's easy to work the PIR out when you start off with 1000. I haven't quite got enough in that. Right onto the 1000. Yep. Okay. Attach the sucker to the pickup tube. All the way on. If it goes all the way on, these are cut exactly right to go around the bottom of the tube. There we go, we're on. Okay, so now what we do, we work the pressure washer until the bucket, until all the fluid's gone out of this. What we're going to do, we weigh the bucket. Yeah, it's on 0. Okay, so we know exactly how much is in the bucket when it's empty. So I'm going to sit down while we do this. completely gone. We've lost a little tiny bit. Wow, there's been some fluid go through that one. Here we go, 19.6. So that's 19.6 litres. Okay, that's the most I've ever seen. Okay, just on the workings out, this I'm using Bilt Hamber Auto Foam, and I'm going to mix it at 2%. So we start off with 19,600 cc's, and we multiply that by 0.02. That gives us 392 millilitres. I'm going to divide this by 2 because of the wastefulness of it. So it's 196 millilitres, and I'm going to top it up to 500 mils because that's going to be plenty. Just finishing this off with the last 6. That's 196 mils we've got there. That's of the auto foam. Pour that into the cannon. I'm going to pour the water into this one to wash it out. I don't want any wastage. To hold this level, and you should be able to see this on here. I've got to go up to this one here, look. Okay. I don't know if you can see the line there, look, 500 mils. Almost there. There we go. It's 500 mils. So that's Bilt Hamber Auto Foam at 2%. Test the upside down. Give it a shake. There we go. No leakage. That's MJJC for you. If they say it's going to do this, it'll do it. Ready to go. This is its first go. Wow. Look at that. That's a bit good, isn't it? Like I say, shaving foam thickness at 2%. My word. You put that at 4%, which I run it at sometimes, and you'll be scraping that off. You won't be running down the wall. That's incredible. That is absolutely incredible, that. Oops. Maybe if I turn it on, it might help. Gone. Okay. I'd recommend always taking this off when you're done with it, because you're liable to pulling the gun over and spoiling it. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's have a look what weight we have. 12.59. Okay. So, we need a calculator. 12,590, so 12,600, 12,600 times 0.02, 252, half that, divide by 2, 126. That's all we're going to need for this one. So we put 126 in and then top it up to 500. So I'll just prepare that. There's 6, so 126. Now I just need to fill this up to 500. This is now demonstrating the wonderfulness of these grooves here, because I wouldn't be able to hold this. This is super slippy with the snow foam all over it, but got those great grooves there. Fantastic idea. Companies like MJJC, they innovate, other companies copy. That's the difference, and that's why you maybe pay a little bit more, because these have got the initial costs of developing and working on it. I'm shaking a bit now. That's 500. We're dead on there. So if we have a look there, look, it's 500. What a fantastic gun though this is. It's just really super high quality. You get it in your hands, and honestly, anybody that appreciates quality, you're just going to love this if you get one of these. Fantastic tool. I love nice tools. I always have. Ready to go. Very similar snow foam there. So now what I've found is a 1mm jet. So that should make this do thicker foam now, because this machine could do with that sort of orifice. There we go. It's a little bit thicker. The machine itself, even a smaller jet would help that machine. It's not, but bearing in mind, I am running it at 2%. It can be run at 4 and 5% and that. So if you did want thicker, if you look at the thickness at the bottom, if that's not shaving foam, I don't know what is. A couple of extra tests I want to do now with the MJJC V3 Pro. I'm using again the Nilfisk Core 140, which is a fairly weak power washer, and then today I'm going to have mixed up 2 bottles of touchless at 4%. So I've got some already ready mixed in here at 4%, ready for this, and then I'm going to mix some. I'm going to swap it, put it in, swap the jets, and put it in on the get it right in a minute, on my Arva P8T Evolution. So here we go. It might help if I plug it in. That'll help, won't it? Go. Ready? Just look at that. Touchless. Touchless at 4%. I mean, gosh, that's not a foaming foam, but look at that. That's marvellous, isn't it? So I'm pretty impressed with that. I think that'll do. There's no need to use any more of that. That's demonstrated that well enough. Here we go. MJJC V3 Pro. Again, touchless at 4%. Just look at that. Just look at that. You ever seen snow foam thicker and creamier than that? That is, look at that. That's snow foam. Good on you, MJJC. That's pretty damn spectacular, that is. Shows just a little bit better pressure washer, more suited to the right jet. Admittedly, I think if I had a smaller jet for the Nilfisk, it would have produced better foam. But it just shows if you set your pressure up correctly and mix your PIR, or follow the manufacturer's instructions if it doesn't say to do PIR, you're going to get great snow foam. So there you go. Thank you.